Well, actually, it was back in the enduro days where you'd have to send in your registration, and whoever sent it in first gets to start up front, and then it works its way back on who got it in first, who got it in last. And back then we had 120, 140 cars to start a enduro race. Well, one of my sponsors was Koenig Porta Pot, and as a sponsor, he bought our registration. He always bought the front row, so it was the guy on the inside was one and the guy on the outside was number 2 business. So that's how that one. I run a sport mod. It's been okay. We've been struggling here and there. We had a few good races there in the middle of the season and just kind of lost the handle of the car. Haven't been racing a whole lot due to been busy with KWC and going down to the Iowa Speedway and supporting the kids with cancer down there and trying to raise funds there. We got those 2 wins there in the middle of the year back to back. The car's been pretty decent, but when you blew the motor the first night out, which really hurt in both points and the pocketbook, so we've been struggling, fighting, clawing our way back ever since then. We're second. We're 1 point behind. We were leading, but we started a little further back than the guys in front of us. And heavy track, we just didn't quite get through the field quite like we should have, and we're 1 back now. Just make sure all the nuts and bolts are tight and everything's good to go, and there's only so much you can do. You kind of have to have luck on your side, where we didn't have that last year either. Championship night was leading by 3 points and started the feature. They started us like a regular night, which sometimes I agree with that, sometimes I don't, but that's the track decision. I really think it's up to the first 2 guys to kind of battle it out. We've been here all year, but they started us up, so we started, I think, 4th row inside and went in the corner, and the front row spun out and hit each other, and we just got collected and broke a tie rod. So our night was done before we even got through turn 2. I think we've been 2nd or 3rd every single year that this track's been reconfigured. So I think there's 1 year we finished 4th because we missed a race, but due to another engine expiring, but that was quite a while ago. We've been running quite a few races. I think we missed 1 or 2 down in Elta. We've been running there quite a bit. Not really doing anything for points. We'll go to Deer Creek. We might get to Britt this week yet. Just haven't been. We went to Rocky for the KWC night. Had never seen that track. Had a few good runs there. So yeah, it's been good. Well, like I said, we started in enduros, and then I went from enduros when that was kind of filtering out to one of these back in 03 or 04. So yeah, this is my 21st year of racing. I got into it because I had a street car and I wanted a better motor, and so I traded my motor and got what was supposed to be a better motor. Well, it ended up being blown up, so I made that car decided to make it into a race car when I was 17. Either you just get one that works and then you can get another one identical to the other one. It might not be as good, but it's a lot of setup. A lot of times, a lot of late nights in the shop. If you don't have input, whether it's the guy that built your car or somebody that's been doing it a long time to call on. I call Bill Bushore a lot, and he's been very good to me. I've never ran his chassis, but he's always been there for me, and he'll spend 2-3 hours on the phone with me, whether it's scaling questions with this and that, and Dwayne Hansen, he's been there for me since I started. So yeah, you got to have somebody in your back pocket to lean on. I'm more of the slick track. I like putting the driver's hands. When it's wet and heavy, it's just hammered down. Everybody's fast then. I want to put it in the driver's hands.